Alright, in my last video, there was a dress that I said that I was going to give away, but I was struck with inspiration very suddenly. So I'm going to turn this into, I'll put it on the screen. At first I was like, I need to thrift something entirely new, but I have this. I was going to get rid of it. Why not? So before I do anything else, I need to seam rip some parts of it. There are these straps along the side that I really just don't want anymore. I'm going to have to sew channels in it, and I think it's going to get in the way. I also will have to take out the darts in the fabric, which luckily will give me more room to work with. I want to keep the integrity of as much of the piece, or to keep as much of the piece's integrity as possible. So yeah, I'm rapidly losing battery. I'm just going to start with that, and hopefully by the time my camera's charged, it'll have fixed itself, I guess. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to seam rip sleeve part, what would be sleeves. Honestly, I think I can just chop it. So far I seam ripped out the darts in the front and back. I also took the straps out of the sides of the dress because I wanted to repurpose them as ties that will go around the torso. I tried to iron them as best I could. Then I sewed right sides together to make a tube, turn them inside out, and hopefully they're long enough to be dress ties. I was actually gonna give this dress away, and then as I was like packing all this stuff for Goodwill, perhaps it was my period, but I just started crying. I was like, I can't give this away. It was a combination of that and also, procrastination. But I was looking on Pinterest and I saw that dress and I was like, oh, this is perfect. If you see a lump on my eye, no you don't. Either a mosquito bit me or I have a sty, but either way, I am the universe's least favorite. So, guess who just got over COVID? Wait, am I allowed to still say that on YouTube? I know they were weird about that for a while. It's funny. Well, I guess it's probably not funny, but it's ironic because there was a part of me that was like, oh, surely the first time that I get it will be from taking a plane ride or going to a concert. And I get it from going to the grocery store. Not just any grocery store, Trader Joe's. The only grocery store where you can't avoid talking to the cashier. A cashier, mind you, that looked very obviously sick, like shaking, pale, sweaty. I wish they at least had been wearing a mask. So it just sucks. I don't want to say I feel fine. It is still kind of hard for me to like stand and do things. I got winded earlier trying to wipe down the freaking counter, which is wonderful. So I'm taking it slow. I ended up finishing the dress. I had to reevaluate what I was doing basically because it was too much. It was too much. And it wasn't working like I wanted it to. I really should invest in a dress form. I should have invested in a dress form a long time ago. It would definitely make projects like this where it's just like I need to like adjust the fitting to my own measurements again and again and again. It would definitely make stuff like this a lot easier because honestly I thought that was going to take 5-6 hours at most and it took more like 24 just because I had to have so many adjustments. I need to take a seam ripper to this. Luckily for my recovery I had the medication that they give you, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been. While I was sick, I did end up watching The Boyfriend. I haven't watched all the episodes. No spoilers, but it's so cute and it's filling the hole in my heart that Terrace House left. But yeah, I did end up having to put some channels of elastic in the back. I thought that I was going to be able to do this without elastic. It was actually just much easier to get the fit right if I just put some panels of elastic in there. And that's also why they're not like super finished panels, is because I wanted to get this done as easily and quickly as possible. So they're just exposed. Also, instead of putting the torso ties all the way around, I decided to put them in the side seams. I knew that this was going to pull the side seams forward a bit, but because I did that, some other things need to be adjusted. I need to run errands, but there's something that's been like bothering me these past, I don't know, 6 months. So I've been living alone, and I've been thinking like, oh, I could like do living alone, those whole like living alone content and stuff like that. But I also feel like I'm not good at it. I'm not good at living alone. I'm not good at filming content while living alone. I feel like most of the time I am very distracted. I feel like there's so much that I need to do all the time as someone who lives alone and cannot rely on other people. Once a person that I was close to said something along the lines of like, you don't really know like how to take care of yourself until you live alone. And now that I've lived alone, like I could say 100% unequivocally that person was full of shit. I feel like I took care of myself 100% better when I lived with other people, simply because I didn't have to dedicate all of my time to like maintaining the space or making sure that I can pay for the space. Like earlier this morning, I was gonna go grocery shopping, and then I have a bottle of pesticides, of DIY pesticides, because I'm afraid of bugs, and I need something to mitigate that. So I've discovered this morning that the bottle exploded. So instead of going to the store, I had to deal with an exploded bottle of pesticides. If I lived with someone, you know, and we were close, perhaps instead I could be like, hey, we don't have dinner. Could you please go to the store and get it while I figure out what's going on with these pesticides? There's a baby staring at me right now. But yeah, just like all my health stuff, all the day-to-day, it's just like too much. And I will say that like my mental health is 100% better not living with my parents, and I'm way less anxious not living with roommates. I will say that I had a lot more time to like be a person when I was living with other people, like have a personality and like have fun. I feel like I don't have fun anymore because I need to make sure that I can survive. I am thankful for the space that I have. It was a nice experience and I don't regret it, because I really wanted to see if it could work. And I think it still could, maybe if I wasn't living in one of the most expensive places in America. But, you know, this is where the jobs are. It's always where the jobs are. Well, I was looking for matcha, and I got matcha. Oh, they put a little sticker on it. Well, I don't want to dox myself. I got this. I've been drinking a lot of matcha lately. I was also looking for ginger, like powdered ginger for ginger tea. And they had it, but it was like the stuff that was already mixed with like honey and stuff like that, lemon. So I didn't necessarily want that. Hello. I started doing like the 2 finger rule for sunscreen, and it's a lot. It's a lot. It's too much. I feel like I guess it's not too much. It's whatever people say about sunscreen, but it just feels like there's so much on my face right now. I was using Trader Joe's sunscreen before, which I think is not bad, but it's also not like a super high SPF. So I started using, I should give myself a neck. It has like a blue tint at first when you rub it in, but that eventually goes down, which I like. When I first started using chemical sunscreens, I was like breaking out essentially because I was like, am I allergic to something? And I might have been allergic to like maybe one of them. The UV, the aqua, I'll put a picture up. The Biore Aqua blah blah blah. That one broke my skin out like hell, like almost immediately, which probably just meant that I had an allergic reaction to something. But there were a couple of others that I used that also gave me like pimples. And I think it's because I wasn't double cleansing. So I've been like using an oil cleanser whenever I use like a heavy sunscreen like this to minimize like breakouts. And I think it's working. I don't have any like super crazy pimples. I feel like I buried the lead here. It's my birthday. And I don't have that many plans. It's a Friday. I took the day off. I almost didn't because birthdays, I'm not good at them. I've never been good at them. People have tried to help with that, and I appreciate it, but I'm just not great. But I'm gonna get coffee. I'm wearing the dress that I made. I realized that the straps are like, I feel like you can't really see because my arms are out. But the straps are too far in. Because I had to move this seam forward basically from here to here, the straps are now too far in, so I need to move them out again. But I like it. Not a bad thing. I think I will wear this a lot more, or feel happy wearing this a lot more than the other, than it was in its other state, I think. All right, I'm back. It's too hot outside. It's awesome. You can't see it right now, but I have sweat past tense. I've sweat past tense through my dress. And also prescription strength deodorant. It's fine. It's cool. It's fine. I'm gonna do some other stuff probably today. Really need to remember to hold this back from my face. I'm gonna take a shower and wait for my best friends coming over for a minute. We're gonna go into Georgetown. I hate driving into Georgetown. There's no good metro station. At least since the last time I've been there via metro, which granted was like 2019. I left a cabinet open. Yes. There's no good metro station. So it's like a 30-minute walk from the metro station. And like, it's probably 100 degrees outside right now. I don't know if it feels like 100 degrees. And also, I don't know how to ride the bus. I never learned how to ride the bus. And I'm scared. I'm scared to learn at this point in my life. Insert that one. So a friend is driving me because I don't like parking.